Hey everyone, it's Dawn here. Welcome back. Today is episode 10, where we left off yesterday was Maya's beloved sister, Maricris, was giving direct testimony in the hearing for Larry Millete in 2023. And this is going to be her last half hour of direct testimony. Then tomorrow we'll get on to the first cross that starts with Maricris on uh, excuse me, I just totally lost my train of thought. So I'm just going to get on with my show. My brain is in 20 places, which means I shouldn't be doing this video, but I'm doing it anyway. Anywho, new episodes drop every day. So if you're jumping in on this and you're like, well, why are you leaving off in the middle and all of that? Check out the playlist. It's in order and it should be pretty simple for you. It's hyphen playlist. That's capital M hyphen capital P lowercase LAYLIST. Also, if you need to be familiarized with this case, there's a 5-minute brief overview, and then there's a deep dive on the timeline and overview of the case too. So again, welcome back. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Like I said, I'm doing too many things at once. But let's grab the testimony that starts with the question about what is happening when Maricris and her husband, Richard Roulet, who yesterday in our time, current time, had gone to Maya's home after not hearing from her. At this point, she has testified about calling the police, and the police have been there. And so this is where the testimony will continue on.
January 10th, it was Lara's birthday, so I told my siblings on the messenger, come here, just come here, everybody come here, something's wrong. So my siblings came to the house. We tried to celebrate Lara's birthday at that time, but we started to go to the neighborhood looking for my sister, going house to house, seeing if they have any footage of her, or any footage at all, if they could see it in their camera. So that's what we did.
Did Larry assist with that search around the neighborhood?
No, he was in the house.
Where were the kids?
Genesis took them to church that morning, and then after that they went to the park. At the ending in the afternoon, then we had a little a birthday cake for her, and we just kind of celebrate a little bit of her birthday.
So by way of reminder, this is the 10th, and the whole family was supposed to be in Big Bear, and suddenly Maya drops out of the text messages. She's not answering her phone. And so instead of celebrating their eldest birthday in Big Bear, now her aunt and other relatives are down at Larry and Maya's home, where the 3 children are still living and still in the home while all this is going on. And they're trying to find answers as to where's Maya. And by way of reminder, also yesterday, if you didn't catch the episode, again, go to the playlist. But Larry was in the home kind of discouraging Maricris from calling the police, or trying to stall her a little bit longer. And she went ahead and called anyway. So it's a pretty tragic situation here. And now she's trying to normalize for the children, which is how life goes on for victims, even in the middle of a tragedy. It's quite a reminder here.
What was Laura's demeanor like at that time?
Can you rephrase? We're talking about kind of a long period of time, so maybe be a little bit more specific.
Thank you. From the time that you saw Laura when you got there on the 9th until the 10th, can you describe what was Laura's demeanor, or if it changed during that period of time?
I didn't really notice that much. They were very playful. They were with their cousins, so they were playing, and so it varies. And she was sad a little bit. I saw her again because we did had a video of her at that time when we celebrated her birthday, her blowing the candle for her birthday cake. But she was a little bit sad.
Did you stay the night again on January 10th?
We went home.
During the course of 2020, had you had any conversations with your sister May about future plans that she had beyond January 7th, 2021?
Aside from the Big Bear planned, we were thinking of, well, I booked a trip to Hawaii, and they were going to come with us, I believe in end of March.
When you say they, who do you mean?
Her kids, and I'm not sure if Larry was going to come, but she was planning on coming with us to Hawaii.
Any other plans that you had spoken to her about for 2021?
She wanted to go back to Italy to visit her friend Suzanne, so she wanted to do that. But other than those, big plans, I don't recall anything else.
Her birthday that would have been in May of 2021, was that a significant birthday?
She was turning 40, so she was she was planning on going to the Grand Canyon to celebrate her birthday.
In the days that you had seen May during that trip to Glamis, did she at all seem different to you in terms of her demeanor, such that she seemed depressed? Did she ever speak about, well, start there, did she seem depressed?
She's sad, but if she had an argument with Larry, but on the weekend, the New Year's weekend, she was more open. She was actually more open to us with the conversation that she is ready to go through divorce.
Did she ever speak about suicide?
No.
How important were May's friends to her? Did she have close friendships?
Yes.
Would you say, well, strike that, after the police got involved and after you left the house, how did you continue to communicate with Larry?
I believe so.
And
So Larry, the reason for a lot of these questions, they're pretty probably standard in a missing persons case, but Larry wants to contend that Maya took off. There might have been some contention, or they're kind of proactively asking the questions about whether Maya might have left and taken her own life, and trying to get that ruled out for the judge, because again, he has to make the decision whether or not to hold Larry over for arraignment and for trial. So it didn't appear that, apart from being upset about her marriage falling apart, from all appearances, as so far in this trial, or excuse me, in this hearing, there's no indications that Maya would have just left her children and her family or taken her own life either.
was that, how did that communication go? I mean, was it
Just
friendly? Was it
Just-
cordial?
Yeah, just normal, like how we've always been, talking to each other on the phone.
Did that change at any point?
Not really.
So you continued to talk to Larry throughout 2021?
No. The first week we were talking on the phone, when we started searching for my sister, he told me to take care of that, and he's going to take care of the kids. So that was technically his job, to take care of the kids, and I'll take care of looking for my sister.
And did you or your siblings still try to facilitate events or opportunities for the cousins to spend time together?
Yeah, so every day after my sister was missing, we were actually at the house almost every day. Well, I would say every day. I just don't know when it got stopped.
At some point, did it stop that you were having communication with Larry?
Right, because he was mad at us because we were in the news, and my husband started almost pointing fingers at Larry, so he was mad at that.
And so communication stopped after that period of time when there was discussion in the media by your husband?
Right, and also Larry was able to get into my sister's Facebook account. So then he saw all our messages into the group text messages, and he was getting mad at that. And then he also started to delete us. Sorry.
So not only did Larry not want to report Maya missing, he didn't participate in any of the house to house the following day that Maricris was describing, where they were asking neighbors for video feeds. He did not. He actually discouraged Maricris from calling the police, and then he didn't participate in any of the searches, and they were massive in this area. Everyone that lives in this area, you'd have to be under a rock to not have heard about the searches. I even know some who participated in, and I wanted to. I was unable for health reasons, but there were a lot of people trying to search and trying to help the family in this, but not Larry, and that's what is going into evidence now in this hearing.
So you said Larry had gotten into the Facebook.
Yeah, so he got into my sister's Facebook account, and so he saw all our messages or text messages into the on the group messenger, and he was started to get mad at us, and he was actually replying to the messages that we were just having that sibling conversations, and then he started to unfriend some of the family members from my sister's Facebook account.
When he was communicating on the Facebook Messenger thread, was he doing it then under your sister's profile name?
Correct.
Did he identify himself, that it was him talking?
I don't recall, but the way the messages were, it was from the message. The messages are from him.
So the context of the messages was such that you could identify that it was Larry who was sending the messages to you?
Correct.
How so? I mean, was there a reference to May?
He was getting mad at the context in the messages, because we have all the conversations that we're saying, like how probably it's Larry that's maybe responsible for my sister.
Now, you mentioned media and the search efforts. What did you do in terms of trying to mobilize search groups to help find your sister?
I was desperate, so we have the media. We were out with the media asking the public to help us find my sister. We have volunteers that came in and help us do the search and put together a search effort to find her.
And so did you begin actually going out with groups looking?
Correct, yes.
When? How quickly after?
We had a search effort 3 days after, I believe it was Wednesday. The 13th was our first search effort.
Where did you search?
At San Miguel Park.
Where is that?
In Chula Vista.
Where is that in relation to your sister's house?
Close to their house, a couple blocks from their house.
Why did you search there?
Because we thought Larry said she went hiking. So in Mount Miguel Park, there's a trail that she likes going to hike.
Is that something your sister liked to do?
Correct, yes.
And how many searches after that would you say you were part of?
Throughout 2021, 2022. The 2020, we were doing it almost every weekend, sometimes Saturday and Sunday. And then sometimes we do it also during the week. So it was a lot of search efforts.
You said 2020, throughout 2020.
2021.
So almost every weekend until, would you say throughout 2021?
2021, 2022. Yeah.
Throughout 2022. Also.
We did, probably our last search was October of 2022. And then there's still some people that's going searching too. So, yeah.
There are ongoing search efforts in vast areas that are mentioned in this hearing. I'm not going to get into all of that, but imagine that every weekend. So it was started January 13th, which is less than a week after Maya was last heard from. And every week for a year plus another 10 months, so 22 months. That's a lot of searches. So a lot of people locally have been involved and still no sign of Maya.
Did you go on television shows locally to try to get awareness out about your sister's
Yes.
disappearance?
I was pleading for help. I was asking everybody to look out there for my sister. I wanted to bring her home.
Did you go on some national news shows doing the same?
We did, yes.
What were some of those shows?
We have Court TV. We have Good Morning America. We have Dr. Phil, Fox News, I believe, Friends, and ABC, 48 Hours were also featured in my sister's story.
Did you create a website to try to mobilize volunteers and information with regard to your sister?
It was a group effort for the website. I'm not picky, so it was actually my sister Jane and her husband did the website, and her friend Ali did the Facebook page. First day she went missing.
And what was there a name for those pages, if you recall?
Right. So for the Facebook page, we have Help Find Maya, and also we do have a website, helpfindmaya.com, and also there's iammaya.org that was created by another friend.
Did you or other volunteers involved with these search efforts obtain car magnets?
Correct. Yes, we did.
What were the car magnets?
It was a missing flyer that we have. My brothers actually, did that. My brothers, Mike and JP, we were giving it. We were using them.
What exactly were the car magnets? Explain what those are.
It has the missing Maya and her pictures, and also information on who to call.
Did you post flyers?
Everywhere that we know. Yeah.
Where did you post flyers?
All over San Diego area. We went to the desert also, to the Glamis area. We asked volunteers to post it for us. I was giving out flyers everywhere, not just I, but the whole team and all volunteers that came and helped us.
I'm showing you 25-1. May I approach the witness, Your Honor, to show her 25-1 the exhibit behind?
Yes.
Do you recognize 25-1 in the binder to be the same photo exhibit that's projected on the screen?
Yes, that's our the first flyer that we printed, possibly January 11th, or yeah, the January 11th. That was the first flyer that we printed.
Did you post flyers in Hawaii?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
As I mentioned earlier, we did have that plan to go to Hawaii. So, we took that vacation. So we did had a flyer, and we also put what we call a honk for support. So we have banners, banners, and we did a prayer for her at one of the park right there too, and we have a banner. And I also did a news report there too. So I was in their local news.
You were in the local news in Hawaii at that time?
Correct. Yes.
And looking at 25-6 in front of you, if you wouldn't mind turning to that, letting us know if that's the same two flyers that we see projected up on the screen. It does Exhibit 25-6.
Yes.
And one
So I'm not sure if you caught this or not, but that first flyer, she said they had that flyer done on January 11th. So that was Sunday. That was when they were still at Larry. They spent the night on the 10th at Larry and Maya's home with the children. The 11th, they had the birthday cake with the kids, and they've already got flyers going. So she full well knew that Maya was straight up missing. There was no, clearly they took action, very decisive action, very quickly. This is really triggering for me. I'm trying not to sniffle too much here. His home.
of them says drive, honk, yell, wave, Saturday, April 3rd. What is that flyer for?
That's the one with the, it's an awareness that we wanted to do in Hawaii too. She's, we're from Hawaii, so her friends from Hawaii help us out to do that. Just kind of like have an awareness that in any case she might be in Hawaii, we want to bring that, she's still missing.
And then the flyer on the right that says missing Nene Tawalanza, Millete, team help find Maya in Hawaii. What is that flyer?
So we, that's what we did also the following day. We did a prayer at Ala Moana Park. We have a banner there too, and just friends and family and whoever came and support us for a prayer for her.
And what was the purpose of these two events in Hawaii?
Just to bring awareness that she's missing, and just we're putting a word out there. Just make sure, if just in case she might be out there, just keep an eye.
And then looking at 25-9, this is a screenshot. Again, is this the same 25-9 that's in the binder in front of you?
Yes.
What are we, this is a screenshot. What are we looking at in this exhibit?
It was, we have an interview with Dr. Phil.
And did he do a segment on his show?
Correct, yes.
And the Dr. Phil show, is that a national show?
Correct, yes.
And then to the kind of, as we look at the screen, it says vanished, where's Maya? There appear to be several pictures of her sister. To the right, there's a kind of a television screen. Who's on that screen?
It's me and my husband, Richard.
What are you wearing?
The t-shirt, the Missing Maya t-shirt that we have printed and distributed.
If anyone wants to see the Dr. Phil show, I do have those videos. I might have 48 hours too. Just let me know in the comments if that's something you want. I can make a quick playlist for you.
25-10, is that also the same exhibit that is in front of you and the reminder projected up on the screen?
Yes.
Is that the same?
Yes.
Just want to make sure. What is it that we're looking at in this exhibit?
That's the picture that we put up for our website, findmaya.com.
(25-13). Exhibit 25-13. What are we looking at in this photograph or in this exhibit?
That's me putting flyers on the sidewalk, San Diego.
And this is dated August 6th. Is this a photograph on the Help Find Maya Facebook page?
Yes.
And what kind of information would be posted on the Help Find Maya Facebook page?
Different activities that it's going on, what we're doing for her, our search efforts, and again, asking for volunteers to come and help us search for my sister.
And if anyone is here local in San Diego and wants an invitation to that Facebook group, let me know that as well in the comments.
(25-15). Is that also the same exhibit that is projected up on the screen?
Yes.
And do you see your sister's picture on the cover of the photograph of People magazine?
Yes.
And where is she?
She's the one with the red squared box.
And that red squared box was not on the actual cover, correct? In other words, the People magazine cover did not have a red box around your sister's picture.
No, not that I know.
And were you familiar? Did you have the opportunity to see that your sister was on the cover of People magazine?
I saw that, yes.
And just after all of these search efforts and appearances, have you been able to find your sister?
Yeah.
When was the last time you heard from your sister? Last time you saw her in person?
January 3.
And have you had any contact, communication from your sister since that time?
No.
Thank you. I have no other questions.
Cross-examination.
So that's it for today. I'm going to try to get through the outro here. Thanks for watching today's episode of the California versus Larry Millete preliminary hearing from 2023. Please remember that new episodes drop every day. Since I'm not monetized, YouTube doesn't really promote my videos. So if you want to make sure to catch next episode or to look at the playlist, please subscribe. But the best thing you can do is to share the playlist or any of the videos that appeal to you so that we can support the family because they're still looking for Maya. She's not yet been found. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.